the House can come to its own decision about that. Of course, it has motions before it. It can accept or reject those motions, and it is up to the House to make its decision later today.
Paul Flynn.
It will be said of the present leader that nothing demeaned him like the manner of his leaving, with a mean, spiteful kick at the best reforming speaker that we've had for 30 years. The task of this Parliament, after the nightmare of the expenses scandal, was to restore the public's faith. And we leave with a House that's unreformed. It's still possible to buy a peerage. It's still possible to buy access to ministers. We have the revolving door still spinning, where it's possible for former ministers to prostitute their insider knowledge for the best job. Isn't he ashamed of himself?
Well, the honourable member is going a little wide of the question here, and obviously the retort would be that it's still possible to buy a party, which is what trade unions do with the party opposite. And that is what really needs reform in our political system.
Philip Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The leader of the House knows that there is no greater admirer of him than I am. But even if I was to agree with this motion, and as it happens I don't, but even if I did, it is unjustifiable to keep it secret until the last minute and to have just 1 hour to debate it. The tactic of keeping the parliamentary party here for a parliamentary party meeting so that as many people will be here as possible, in the hope that the opposition parties would have left so it could be sneaked through at the last minute, is the kind of student union politics that has the fingerprints of the Whip's office all over it. I think the leader of the House will regret that the greatest parliamentarian of his generation has gone along with this kind of tactic.
Well, my honourable friend continues his fruitful relationship with the Whip's office with that remark, which we all understand. He has his views about the motion, and he will be able to express them. Members should be able to vote freely on this question, which they certainly can do on this side of the House.
Jamie Reid.
Mr. Speaker, doesn't the Leader of the House deserve better than to allow his political epitaph to be written by a lazy, cowardly, bullying, spiteful, vindictive Prime Minister who isn't fit to lace his shoes?
Well, the honourable members have had the thesaurus out this morning, clearly to find as many adjectives as possible, but clearly I think it is very important personally that this issue is decided.
Point of order, Mr. Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Mr. Speaker, what the honourable gentleman just said about the Prime Minister cannot be within the bounds of parliamentary discourse. To call him vindictive, etc. I really object most strongly.
Can I just respond to the honourable gentleman as follows? My strong sense, and I do take advice on these matters, is that what has been said is a matter of taste rather than order. If I felt the need of the right honourable gentleman's advice, I'd seek it, but I'm seeking to respond to the point of order. I think it's an order. I think it's a matter of taste, and it's not language that I would use, and it's certainly not language that the honourable gentleman would use, but I've responded to him, and I think we should leave it there. Mr. Jesse Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Progressives everywhere will surely welcome the possibility of a secret ballot throughout Parliament. Is it not the case, though, that this motion could not have been brought earlier without precisely a constraint on the potential freedom of members to vote as they saw fit?
Why?
I agree with my honourable friend that it can be seen in that light. I think that the institution of a secret ballot would be an important strength. I will come to this in the debate of our parliamentary democracy, and I've